Alright, everybody, welcome to Star Citizen 4.0. That's right, it's finally here, even though it's not at all, we don't get the cool ass fire, engineering shit like that. At least we got Pyro, and more importantly, we got. Actually, I don't know if I can pop up because we are too far away, yep. But we got significant buffs to the contracts, which is awesome, shit. They're actually viable to do now, which is great. Because normally you would just do them for, I don't know, till you get anything salvage related, just freaking salvage for money. But with the new contract set up, if I can get back to Bajini Point, you can easily make 300,000 plus on one run, on just one cargo run, which is insane. And I'm gonna show you that right now. Let me just fly back. And I have been bedlogging the entire time because, trying to deal with hangars right now is actually giving me an aneurysm, so I am not trying to die. The amount of times I've had double doors, I've had like the elevators go to like pad 4 instead of your thing, so you have to go to pad 1, you have to keep trying different elevators. Yeah, no, I'm good. I don't think I've left my ship in a very long time. I think all I've done is land at Bajini. Oh, okay. Yep. Have y'all been seeing this too? Oh wait, I went to Orbital Mark, never mind. But the Retaliator, I used to use that a lot, but then I was having issues in 4.0 where it wouldn't. Best way to put it, when I was going to an orbital marker or even just a destination, it would overshoot. So I'd be trying to go to Bajini Point, and what the issue I'd run into is it would overshoot by like 200 kilometers, or it wouldn't stop at all, which was really annoying. I actually could not get it to work properly. So I just, melted that, turned it into a vulture again, and called it good. Flying around in the C1 Spirit, as always, because how could you not use the C1 Spirit? Gorgeous ship. Trying to figure out what cargo ship I want to go to next. I do like Drake Caterpillar, The C2 still has the issues with the landing gear, and it's really annoying, so I don't think I'm going to be messing with that anytime soon because I'm not trying to want to blow my brains out. So I'll probably stick with the C1 for a while. I did have the Starlancer Max, but like an absolute fucking idiot, I melted it. I don't know why I did that. I was being stupid. Melted into something I shouldn't have. So now I gotta wait for it to come back or fork up another 250 bucks and buy it back, which might be the move because I do miss that ship. Let's see how long our queue is. Oh shit! Immediately? Okay. Hopefully ATC gives me more than 2 seconds to get there. Like, legitimately, you have to be Speed Racer with this shit because I've had them close the doors right when they give me a hanger, or as I'm getting through the doors, they just start sandwiching my shit. So you gotta be real quick with it. There we go. Oh, yeah. That was a little. Oh, that's right. That's right, dude. Okay. Anyways, kind of rotate this sideways a little bit. Bring it over till we hit proximity warning. And that should be good. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, okay, we are stuck on that. I swear I'm a good pilot. I swear. I swear. I swear. Okay, that'll do fine. What? Still stuck on that, dude? Okay. Perfect. I actually want to rotate a little bit. That should be good for the tractor beam. Alright. Thrusters off. Now here's where the money comes in. Well, no, yeah, you still have to do it, but contracts and what you're looking for, nothing expensive. You're looking for just a basic extra small cargo hauls. Planetary extra small. Right here. This one's going to take you from Virginia to Riker every single time. So what you're looking for is those missions. I see them a lot on Rookie. I don't know if they come up on anything higher. Look, another one to Riker Memorial. Accept offer. So that already puts us only at 19 SCU, but we're going to make $100,000 once we complete that. So you see how you can cheese this really nicely. The only thing that sucks is now you have to singularly load one SCU containers, which is dog dookie. But for the money you're getting, it's definitely worth it. Because y'all know how mind-numbing it can be doing anything else. I mean, I used to do salvage a lot, but that does get pretty mind-numbing after the 14th salvage run. Which, you know, this could be pretty mind-numbing too, but, you know, you just put on like a show or something. It's like a salvage, you just put on a show or whatever. But I feel like right now, you can definitely make more money with significantly less risk. Because that's the big thing, is the risk. Especially now with Pyro out and everybody being a little trigger happy nowadays, you're not risking losing anything. Because if you lose some, if you get blown up by somebody, leaving by Genie Point to Riker Memorial, that is shocking. Absolutely shocking. But that should be good. Should be fair to find. I heard another ship. Yeah, that's another thing that's going on. The hangar instances are completely borked. Borked with a capital B. Like, goddamn. You be hearing all kinds of shit. I be hearing like people smashing boxes, blowing shit up, shooting. It's awesome. But how do y'all feel about that server meshing? Server meshing, honestly, sick. It actually is awesome. Oh, this fucking bug. It's awesome seeing all these people, you know, not only flying around, but oh, come on, there we go. Flying around, doing their thing, eating, grabbing ships. I've never seen so many people before, and I find that positively awesome. Jesus. There we go. Just drag these all into the cargo elevator. And that is 47 SCU. Great. That will load perfectly into our C1 here. But, like I said, it's going to be all individual. Oh! Oh, dude, I thought these were 2 SCU. God damn it. Alright. Anyways. Yeah, it's all going to be singular SCU, so that's kind of where the time sink comes in. But for what you're gaining, I think it's 100%. I see my ship has duplicated on the minimap. Anyways, for the money you're making, it is 1000% worth it. Because salvage, you know, you have to get into your vulture or your reclaimer, you have to fly out to the belts, find panels. At least that's what I would do. Why did I get into the driver's seat? I'm an idiot. I would do salvage panels, which, great money, wonderful money, but it was definitely not fast. Even with me and my girlfriend, we'd go into the reclaimer and we would do our thing in the reclaimer, but even that was still... Come on. Ah, God damn it. Deploy. Okay. There we go. Now, I'm definitely going to speed past this part, and you guys will just see either a time-lapse or a jump cut, because, yeah, loading singular SCU containers is about as fun as ripping off your toenails with a nail file and then pouring salt immediately onto it. So, yeah, definitely skip past this so y'all do not have to deal with this because, yeah. Alright, I will catch y'all once we're done loading this bullshit up. You know what, I'm back. You know what? Let's have a talk, guys. Let's have a talk while I do this. So, Star Citizen. What got y'all into it? You want to drop in the comments what got you guys into Star Citizen. But what got me into Star Citizen was, back in the day, I used to be really big into Elite Dangerous. Really big into Elite Dangerous. I mean, I got thousands of hours in that game on PlayStation. And that's the big thing, was it was on PlayStation. At the time I didn't have a PC. So I sunk so much time into that game. I mean, what I'm doing right now, this run, is what I equate to Seo Sothis. If you guys remember that, if you ever played Elite, Seo Sothis back in the day used to be an insane little money making where you just do deliveries between these systems that were like a light year apart, and you can make some serious buck. I mean, that's something that got my money to get a Federal Corvette fully kitted out, engineered. But anyways, I digress. So I used to play that so much, and then one day Frontier comes out and says, we are no longer supporting console development of this game. Out of nowhere. So, even though I sunk all this time and, just the upfront money, it wasn't even about the money, it was about the time. Like, damn, I put all this time into this game just for them to turn around and abandon us. Which I get that, focus on PC development 100%, but you shouldn't have made the console version in the first place if you couldn't support it. So eventually, I did end up getting a PC many years ago, and that's when I decided to try out Star Citizen. I was not going to get back into Elite, but still, space is my favorite thing in the ever. I love space, and to have a game that not only has ship interiors but beautifully crafted starships, the promises, the intent of the game, the life simulation of it. That's really what I was looking for. And even now, even with the jankiness and promises unfulfilled and things like that, this is still I'm still having more fun doing this than I have in Elite. Like, yeah, it was cool fighting the Thargoids and getting Guardian modules when they first came out. Like, yeah, that shit was fun. I enjoyed it, but there's something about this game that just kind of tickles my brain, tickles the tism in the right way. That's kind of what got me into it, and I mean, staying into it, I really believe what CIG is doing. I mean, they definitely have their faults. Let's be real. CIG, they are not perfect by any means. I mean, look at some of the older ships that we've got promises of reworks for years, ships that were supposed to come out that didn't never have. But I think once Squadron 42 releases, we're going to be looking at some serious changes because now the development's going to be solely focused on Star Citizen itself, and then obviously the teams to patch or do whatever for Squadron 42. But I think we're going to see a lot change. And I already like the change they did where they introduced 4.0 on a separate live so that you can, if they go on holiday break and if the servers weren't working, you could still play the game. So I really like that. I'm hoping that we start seeing some reworks come out of certain things. Like, let's be honest, there are ships that desperately need it, like the Carrack. Cool, we got Blast Shield, we got the cargo bays, but the bays don't drop. So that's kind of dookie. And I mean, still, we're kind of at the point where, like, yeah, I'm using the C1 because I like the C1 a lot. I mean, look at it, it's a gorgeous ship. But I mean, realistically, why would you not just use a Connie? The only thing that Connies don't really have right now is that gold standard pass, which they definitely need. They need a gold standard pass, and they need a complete rework of the interior, 100%. But even then, the Connie Taurus is, let's be real, it's the end-all be-all. It's the jack of all trades ship, and if you're going for min-maxing, why would you not just get a Connie Taurus? Why would you not just get a C2? I'm hoping that, we start seeing some changes and all that stuff, and we start not only balancing, but more of a reason to use these smaller ships. And once engineering comes in, that's going to be 100% of a reason. Engineering and maintenance costs are going to be the biggest things. I mean, imagine a maintenance cost on something the size of a C2. It can be absolutely bonkers. But that's not really there right now. Like, yeah, there's fuel, but other than fuel, what is there? But we'll see a change with that. Deservedly so. I mean, almost it makes sense, or like the origin ships, like 400i, things like that. Like, that 400i needs a rework, man. I love that ship. I think it's gorgeous, but oh my goodness gracious. Oh my god. That thing is just like nerfed to the ground. It's just not worth it. Like, you pay 250, which luxury ship tax. It makes sense. It's a luxury ship. It would be more expensive, but it just doesn't really make sense to buy it. Like, I would for maybe exploration of Pyro, but I'm not going to Pyro right now. That's a whole nother box of worms. Our Pyro runs great. It runs amazing. But there's about 6 or 7 people waiting outside stations every time and just start blasting motherfuckers right as they come in. So I'm kind of waiting on those players to kind of disperse more. Then I'll probably start doing more Pyro stuff because it's just kind of annoying. Like, especially with the hangar queues and the bugginess of even trying to land or take off from hangars. Like, it's so much of a time sink right now, and not in a good way. Like, the cargo stuff is a time sink, but in a good way in my mind. But the whole waiting in a queue and then you finally get your place. Like this morning, I finally got my place to land my in the hangar, and then ATC was like, "You have 2 seconds to get through the door before we close it again." And I couldn't make it. It happened to me 3 times to where I just couldn't make it in time because it would assign the hangar and the doors would already be closing. So it's just I don't want to have to keep dealing with that. That's also why I've been just bedlogging this whole time, not even landing and like doing anything like that. It's just because I'm not trying to deal with that. Like Beijing was pretty bad this morning, but honestly, that was the fastest I've ever gotten in and out. So that's really cool. What's this guy doing? What's up, Ghost Paste Killer? What you got over there? Yeah, nice. I missed my Star Lancer Max, man. I should never sold that shit, dude. I'm pissed off. I should never have done that. That was stupid. Such a beautiful ship too. One of the most beautiful Star Lancer misc ships. Oh, okay, we're going through it. Yep, that's another visual bug that's been going on. Yeah, hangar instances are completely borked, but that's cool. Sideways a bit more, that's fine right there. Okay. If we need to adjust, we'll adjust accordingly, but we'll check it out. Yeah. There we go. But yeah, that cargo loading, it definitely took a little bit, but I mean, you're looking at it is a little bit RNG, so you kind of got to put the Chris Roberts, prayers that you will get a lot of the extra small delivery runs. Because I mean, even then, we still don't have a filled up C1. We could easily fit, this whole section here, full of cargo, and even technically get some of this ILA too, if you're feeling so insane. But you can just make very good money, and you'll see when we end here that. Oh, yep, there we go. Let's see. Oops, that's wrong button. We're at 462 right now. And then, yeah, I'm going to have to unload this, which is going to be so fun, because one SU containers. I wish wholeheartedly that you could choose which size SU containers, but at the same token, I also understand that this is someone else's goods that they're contracting you to deliver, so you don't have a choice on how they pack it. That's completely up to the discretion of the actual contract. But I did it again. It would be nice if you could select it. Let's see. There we go. Notice the game's also been running really good too. So my sub, it's 7800 X3D with a AMD 7900 GRE, 32 gigs DDR5, and I've gotten pretty consistently above 60 FPS in most things I do. Obviously, right now with OBS going, it's not going to be 100% perfect, but it's definitely running a lot better, and I'm actually really shocked of how good 4.0 is, even with all of the bugginess. Let's be honest, lots of the other releases have been completely broken, and let's not even mention 3.18. 3.18 was just, yeah, if you were there, you were there, and But this is significantly better, and I'm actually pretty proud of CIG for that. I fully expect after each patch that it's going to be completely unplayable, and I will not be able to enjoy the experience for a few weeks. But at the same token, that's cool because at the end of the day, we're bug testing. That's kind of the whole point of the alpha is we're bug testers. So that kind of just comes with the program that you're gonna have to bug test sometimes. Well, all the time. You're supposed to be bug testing all the time, but sometimes things happen that are really weird, and nobody else has those issues. The amount of times I put things on issue council, and like maybe two other people upvoted them, like, damn, am I the only guy? Am I the only guy having those issues, dude? Yeah, there's definitely a few of that. Like the big thing was, man, I heard the whole sea is actually doing pretty good, which is pretty nice. I remember trying to use the whole sea when the whole cargo update first dropped, Cargo Empires, and man, I sold that so quick, so quick. You couldn't do anything. You couldn't even get them to start loading you. And if you did, you wouldn't be able to fucking land in the spot to sell it, to not sell it, but to finish the contract. So it was making it pretty much impossible to use the whole sea. I heard from a lot of people that it's actually working now, but I'm just not sure. And I'm not about to repledge $500 on my buyback for the whole sea. I just don't think it's worth it right now. With interstellar trade, I mean to Pyro, that's really nice, but I don't know. I just don't think it's really worth it right now to actually pledge the whole sea. Waiting for some of the other stuff to come out. The Galaxy, I'm hoping will be cool, but that's another one I'd have to buy back. But I'll definitely buy that back once they release more, if it's actually going to be super sick or not. The only other ship I really come back to is I come back to the C1 all the time, even though I've tried most of the ship 10 times. I always come back to it. I love this ship. There's something about the design that I just love. Yeah, Carrick, oh god, I just want the Carrick to be in a good spot. I would use the Carrick so much more. Even the Reclaimer too. If they fixed the Reclaimer elevators and like made it easy to actually unload the Reclaimer, I would definitely enjoy the Reclaimer a lot more. But man, unloading the Reclaimer is just, oh. Me and my girlfriend probably spent, you know, hours, hours salvaging, getting almost a full hold, and then you just get back to unload, and it just melts your brain, makes you go autopilot. It's not fun. You know, like drop the elevator, fit the boxes through the hole of the elevator, drop them to the ground, and that's buggy in of itself. So we just need that to be fixed, and I think I'll use the Reclaimer more. But I just don't, I just don't want to deal with that shit. With the Carrick and the 600i, that rework when it comes out is gonna make the 600i so nice. But that's, who knows when that's gonna happen. It's definitely not on their list to really get done. They have more important things like the all the other features from 4.0 that were supposed to come out that didn't. They're going to be working on those. They're going to be working on getting some more of those PNG ships out to actually be models, at least freaking white box or something. Like the Apollo Triage, that looks really cool. I'd probably like that. But we need more medical gameplay before that really comes to fruition. I mean, with the fact that any bed can become a respawn point, kind of defeats the purpose of most med beds. I mean, you can just stick the Nursa in anything and turn it into a respawn ship. Like, damn. Especially the Starlancer Max, with that the way that cargo bay is, where you can fit the Nursa and not lose any cargo. Like, that's awesome. But at the same token, it kind of, like, I feel like the Nursa should not be that powerful, which is definitely going to get changed when they do the bed rework. But I feel like they probably shouldn't change it now, just because the game, it's got its bugs to where you'll die randomly and die to stupid shit. So the ability to have something in a smaller form factor that you can just respawn and get your ship back really quickly, that's really nice. But obviously the Nurse only fits in the bigger ships anyway, like it doesn't fit in the C1, which I wish it would. I think it would if those, let's see, if these things right here weren't here, it would fit. But the CG obviously wants not every ship to carry everything, because that would just kind of defeat the purpose of having certain ships. which kind of seems like they do a lot for that. That's why I get confused too when people start complaining about ships that are like they come out and they're not the best at certain things. Like not every ship is going to be the best. Just like when a car manufacturer releases a car, it's not going to always be the best car on the market. And it's as CG is going for that, where not every ship is going to be the best thing out there. It's just going to be another option, and you can use it if you want to use it, or you don't have to. And like the Retaliator, shit, I wasn't using that as a torpedo bomber. I put cargo bays in that shit, and I was using that as like a heavily armored cargo ship, as like a blockade runner, which is it was fun, but those elevators are really buggy, and the tally doesn't properly quantum right now, so that kind of defeated it. But still, I mean, it's the fact that you can get those ships and kind of do whatever you want with them and use them for things they're not really intended to do, but don't expect every ship to kind of be the best at everything or the best at its role, because that's not the point. Like the whole sea is technically the best cargo ship because SCU wise, but it can't do planetary landings, so it can't do things like this. It can only do the big interstellar runs, which contract is great, but you're putting a lot of your own money at risk if you're treating yourself. So every ship has its drawback, and that's important. I think every ship has to have its drawback, and not every ship needs to be the best. If one ship's really bad, then cool, that's fine. You know, that ship's just bad, and you can use it if you want to or not. Like I love the not the reclaimer, the redeemer. I think the redeemer's awesome. Obviously, it's been nerfed to shit. I think that the redeemer definitely needs a interior rework, but I do like how it is now handling wise. The fact that it isn't so much of a boat, like it was like a massive container ship originally. Now it flies a lot more, honestly, like a heavy fighter, despite being a gunship. I think they should just kind of rebrand it, not really as a gunship, but maybe as a heavy fighter. Is let's be real, if you're going for a gunship, you're going to be going for an Andromeda, because that's just how it is. The economies are the best ships out there, realistically. I mean, what ship has the 4 size 5 guns, those missiles, and then the cargo bay that load up all the loot? No other ship has that. Even like the Redeemer can do great, but you don't have that cargo bay. You have to have another person with you with the cargo ship in order to get things like Weevil eggs. So I really hope that they do something about the Redeemer, kind of make more sense. Because why are the drop seats on top? Makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. Well, it doesn't change the fact that with the white paint, the Redeemer is amazing. That's just one of the many ships that need second look and need love. But we'll see if that ever happens. Hope it does. But obviously, CIG has their nipples in the twist about the Redeemer because I guess it's not really their ship. You know, community kind of made it, so they don't have that much love for it compared to some of their other ships. I mean, the Polaris is amazing. I would love the Polaris, but I don't have 900 bucks right now to drop. I'm just a fucking blue collar construction guy. I don't got that kind of money. I say as I have this ship, but you know that's beyond the point. That's beyond the point. But 950 is just a lot for one ship for now. Maybe I'll sell my drone and think about it. But there we go, last container. I just need people to play with it. That's what it comes down to. Shit. Come on. Oh my god. Okay. It's always the last container something has to go fucky wucky on. There you go. Alright. Let's do this. Come on. Thank you. Let's see. Look at that stack. Beautiful. The oven, make sure we got everything. Looks good. Confirm. And there we go. We were at 460k. Oops, wrong button. and now we're at 713. So, a little less than 300, but I mean, shit. For the little amount of time it took, only took about 35 minutes. We made 300 and, well, less than 300, a little bit less than 300,000. So, this is definitely incredibly viable now and a great change. Hopefully, it stays around this much because, wow, to be able to make that much money with that little risk is nice. Oh my god, what happens to the frames? Okay, I'm going over here. This spot's scary. Something is not okay over here. But to have something that's not super risky but can make really good money is really nice. Yeah, it's monotonous, but to do the little bit of monotony to get all the ships you want, that's worth it in my mind. I mean, I did this. That's my third time doing this loop, and I'm already at almost a mil. One more time, and I'll be at a million. So, yeah, you guys can see this is 100% worth it. So, I hope y'all have a good one. I'll figure out something to upload again. I don't know what I'm going to be doing next. Maybe just playing around. I'm not sure. But I will catch y'all in the verse. See ya.